have the new Daredevil and Hydro Man 2-pack, and I am super excited to be reviewing this for you guys, to have this in hand, and I'm so hyped, because I love this 2-pack. If you haven't already, go check out the unboxing video, because that was a fun video to make, and that's pretty much, why I'm not going to be going over the box too much, but you can just see the box right here. Try not to break it, or break the pose, but yeah, Daredevil and Hydro Man. But that's pretty much it. If you want to go see out more of the box, then go check out the unboxing video. But yeah, so that is the Daredevil and Hydro Man 2-pack box, and I love this box. But getting that out of here, it's just cardboard. Ooh, we have the figures, the stars of the show, and I love this. I love these two. I love these figures. This 2-pack is amazing. And especially if you, like, take, like, a Spider-Man in here, and you want to go, like, wham, 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 and, like, pose him around. Not the greatest poser. But this Daredevil, though, he poses so freaking nicely. It's just amazing. But we're going to get into all of that. But, yeah, you could see, even get Spider-Man pose if I can get his foot right. Bam. I'm holding him up, but yeah, you just get like Spider-Man in here. This 2-pack gets like it's just this 2-pack is amazing. So yeah, guys, we're gonna get straight into it. I love this 2-pack. So without further ado, let's take a look at the figures. So taking a look at the figures, first we're gonna look at Hydro Man first, and we're just gonna take off all this. But yeah, so here we have Hydro Man, and this is pretty much just a repaint of the Luke Cage body mold, the Defender's Luke Cage body mold, and it's translucent this time, and I think this just looks amazing. And I love this head sculpt. It's just such a creep head sculpt, but I love it, and it looks so good with the wavy effect for the hair, and you get that more of that overspray on the figure. You can see right there, some on the torso, and it's pretty much just like a translucent body. This is not pinless as well. He still has the pins in the arms and the legs. You don't really get much of that overspray on the back, but yeah, it's pretty much, and you can see like some of the texture in there in the boots. But I do wish that this figure came with like some more water effects than just these, and we'll get into those in into the, what is it called? The accessories. Oh my. But yeah, I do really love this figure though, even though it's not the greatest. It's still a good Hydro Man. I do wish he came with those interchangeable arms like you could have with the last one, because I know the last Hydro Man, which was a comic figure, he came with those interchangeable, or he didn't have interchangeable arms, but he came with those like big water splashy arms. And honestly, I wish this figure came with those, just because it'd be like a full powered up Hydro Man, but they didn't. And yeah, that kind of sucks, but still though, this figure looks great though, just the translucent everything, and the overspray. You can see we get some more of those on the pants, and then none really down at the boots. And then yeah, so that's pretty much it. And I do love the head sculpt as well. It looks great. And I really love this, like the translucent blue they chose, because it looks so much like water. And yeah, I really do like this figure. And again, you can see some of the textures in there, and I like how you can see like all the workings, and you can see he's got the joints in there at the legs and the shoulders, pins, and you can see he's got more joints at the ankles. So yeah, but this figure overall, he looks great. He could have used some more like oversprays all over the place to make it look even more wavy, but what they do have is fairly good. And also could have used some more some more water effects. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for the Hydro Man. So now we're gonna jump right into the Daredevil. Oh my god, this figure looks freaking amazing, and to say the least, I love this figure. So we're gonna take away those, but just get him situated. This figure looks amazing. And now, so there's one thing about this figure. he has cell shading. And I know most people don't like the cell shading. In fact, they hate it. I don't really care for it. I would prefer it be normal. But overall, honestly, this is definitely the best cell shading they've done in the line in Marvel Legends, like, ever. And it looks amazing because it's way better than everything else that they've done for the animated series figures. And this is it's just incredible. And I know some people are mad they didn't do the cell shading on the boots or the gloves, but honestly, it makes sense because there's the boots and the gloves, and I'm not too mad at it. But taking a look at this head sculpt, and this is the angry head sculpt. This is amazing. I love this head sculpt. I love having like a pissed off Daredevil. Because with the last Daredevil, it was just a straight face, and that's fine. I don't mind it, but I'd rather have like a pissed off Daredevil, you know. And I really like this. And then the cell shading. It's not even like they finally learned how to cell shade, because this is like cross hatching. It's a thing that the that comic artists use on their comic books, and I think they captured that so well, and it really makes the double D's stand out as well. Originally I thought that they'd be a little bit hidden because of all the cross hatching and stuff, but honestly they stand out really well, and I really like it. Now on the back, there's not as much cell shading, which kind of sucks, because if you look at the back here and then you look at the front, there's definitely a difference. But honestly, I think they put enough there so it doesn't look too out of place if you have them from the back. So honestly, I'm not too mad at that. And then again, just the cross hatching that they did, and the head sculpt as well, is just amazing. I love the digital face prints. And they did overall, and it's even on like his Billy Club holster thing, and on the belt as well on the front there, and it looks very good. Again, this is on the Renew Your Vows body mold, so everything is pinless here as well. So also, if you missed out on the previous Daredevil 3-pack, I think it was, yeah, with Elektra and Bullseye, now's your chance to get a highly articulated Daredevil. And honestly, I know people have been saying that this is the best Daredevil in the line. I don't have that previously released Daredevil with the 3-pack, but honestly, I think I kind of like this one better. But if you ask me what Daredevil I would want to see in the line, the Daredevil suit I want to see in the line made is the one, I think it was the beginning of this storyline, where he had like that, like it looked like a classic suit, but it had the, like, I think the wraps on it, on his hands, and then it also had like lines going down his shirt. I don't know, maybe I'll put a picture up on the screen, I don't know, but actually I probably won't do that, but I don't know, but there's a lot of buts. But this figure it looks amazing. But yeah, I really do like the cross hatching and the double D's and everything. And I know some people have gotten QC issues where they're missing some of the black paint. Thankfully, I'm not missing that. And I know X-Man 87, he was missing some on the leg, and thankfully I'm not missing anything, so I'm super happy. And yeah, now we're gonna go into articulation. So starting off with Hydro Man on the head. His head is very tight. Like, you'll have to, did you just hear that? Like, you'll have to really crack it back. But he does look all the way up, which is good. He's got a disc hinge and a ball joint at the top, and then he can look pretty much all the way down, so that is good. But he's really, like, tight, but then again, it's loose at the ball joint, but he can look all the way up or all the way around, and he does get a bit of pivot, so that's pretty good. So you can have him like those creepy poses, like But anyways, the arms go this far up, so past 90 degrees, that's amazing. They go all the way around. They have bicep swivel, double jointed, not pinless elbows, which they get a better range than that. Yeah, it's pretty good range. And then you have hinge and swivel at the wrist. And then at the torso, this is one of my main problems with this figure. He gets, like, practically no crunch forward. And I know it doesn't look too bad on camera, but this is really bad. Like, he gets practically no crunch forward. Because this is normal, then this is crunch. That's nothing. But he does get pretty good back. Still not the best, though. And then he does have a waist swivel. And then he has the ball hips that go, not ball hips, just normal hips. I don't know why I said that. I'm blanking on the name, but they go 90 degrees, so that's pretty good. You get a thigh swivel in there, double jointed, not pinless knees, and then you do have the ankle pivot. They go down that far, up that far. The pants kind of restricted a bit, and then he does have the pivot as well, so that's pretty good. So yeah, now let's get into Daredevil's articulation. Okay, so Daredevil's articulation, starting off with the head, he can look this far up, and he's on a ball joint, and even though he has the hole in the back for his neck, he still doesn't get a lot of upward movement. So if you want to have him crouching, it's not going to be the greatest, and that really sucks. That's probably the only problem with this Renew Your Vows Spider-Man body mold. Like, and it goes for like all the ones that they've done, like even the Ben Reilly one here. Still not all that much up. Well, his isn't that bad, but he's got big eyes as well. So, but yeah, not the greatest. And then he does get that much down. Again, not the greatest. And then he does get the pivot, which that's the highlight of the neck articulation. And then he does get all the way around. And then moving on to the shoulders, he does get past 90 degrees. He does get all the way around. He has bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows, which those are amazing, hinge and swivel wrist. And then moving on to the torso, he has butterfly joints, and these go this far back. And these butterfly joints, let me just tell you, these are amazing. I don't remember them being this good. Yeah, you can see they've improved the range by like a little bit. And that's amazing, because on the Spider-Man bodies, they didn't even get this far back. Like, you can see it's pushing out. Like, this is still good, but this is just a little bit better. It just gets a little bit more range, and that's amazing. So, they did improve the butterfly joints, and that's really good. And the butterfly joints were already good as well, but they did improve that. And then the forward, you do get this much range, so you can have him crossing his arms, which is good. And then into the torso, he has a diaphragm joint that goes this far down, this far back, pretty good. And then you do get your swivel in there, and your tilting side to side. And then he has the lower ab crunch, and all together you can get this much bend plus the legs. Like, yeah, it's just amazing. And then you can get this far back, again, amazing. And then moving on to the legs, he has the drop down hips, so you can drop them down and you can move them up, and those do go farther, which is great. And then he does have the thigh swivel. Wow, that was tight. But yes, thigh swivel. And then he does have the double jointed pinless knees, and then he does have the calf swivel there, ankle pivot, and the rotation, and then toe joint. Yes, this guy got toe joint. So yeah, this is definitely a great body mold for Daredevil. It's big, it's buffy, and it's athletic, and it's just great articulation. So yeah, now let's get into accessories. Okay, so accessories, starting off with Hydra Man. He comes with, well, actually, he comes with two open hands, and these are reused from Vulcan. So he comes with this open hand, kind of relaxed hand, and he comes with this kind of like grabbing hand. So yeah, he comes with two open hands. He does as well come with two fisted hands, and you can just pop these on and off like so, easy. And yeah, looks good. And then he does come with, if I can get Hydra Man to stand, we'll just push him back there. But he does come with these two water effects, and these are reused from the previous Hydro Man. And I think they go like this. I think, I could be wrong, or maybe they go like this. I don't know. But they do have like a specific way fitting on, but you can fit these onto the legs, onto the feet. So we're going to just try one. And these do fit fairly well, but I do have my one problem with them. They are a bit like loose, and they don't really fit onto the legs as much as they do on the feet. So they fit more on the feet than the legs, and when you're trying to like bend his knees and you push this back, it'll pop off. You can see. But yeah, these are pretty cool, and I do like that they added the white paint there. I just wish we had more of that on the figure. But yeah, that does look cool, and you can have him like posed up against Daredevil or Spider-Man and go like, where. I might have him like this on my shelf. I'm not sure yet. my Spider-Man show. But yeah, so you can see he does pose really well with these. And as you saw on the thumbnail, you can kind of fudge it on his, like on his arms. They don't really fit, but well, not bad. But you will tell, like, it's okay. How come now it's not? Why is it not falling off? Wow. But one little nudge, yeah. See? Okay, come on, fall. Never mind. These fit great, apparently, on the hands. But yeah, that does look good. So yeah, you can do different things with them, but they are meant for the feet. So, but that does look good. So those are his accessories. Now, the main man himself, Daredevil. So as you saw previously, he does have this angry, pissed off head sculpt, which I love this one. And I do like this one as well. So he comes with two. This one is reused from the previous Daredevil 3-pack, just repainted, but it does have it is dremeled, I think, lower, so it does sit higher on the body mold, so that's good, and I don't really care if it, I think that it does look good higher on the body mold. It doesn't really look bad higher on the body, so I know Shartimus Prime was mad at that. I did watch a couple reviews, but I'm not too mad about that. I don't really care. But, yes, so these do look good. And you can see it's got the same paint, the cross-hatching. You can see this one's got more dots. This one's got more lines. Wow, I just dropped that. But, yeah, so these head sculpts do look good, and you can't pop it off and put that one on. But anyways, he does, so starting off with the hands, he comes with these new hands. Well, actually, all these hands are new. These are all newly sculpted, but he comes with these two open hands, so finally we get open hands for the Daredevil figures because we never gotten these in the past, and these are completely new. Same with the, if I can grab them, the holding hands, but this is my problem with these holding hands, and they did it with Blade as well. And that's one reason I didn't really care for this figure. But you can see they are different. These have, like, gloves. These are more gloved. These are more, like, open hands. But they did use this on the previous Daredevil, so this is good to get with the gloves. But I hate these hands because when you go to put them, like, the billy club in his hands, it's just, see how, like, that sticks out? That's my problem with this Daredevil. Actually, all these hands, because, like, also it's very, like, loose as well. When you try to put, like, Blade sword in there, you can see it just, like, it wobbles around there. And it, like, see, look at that. Why can't they just make, like, a form-fitting hand hold, like, holding hand to hold everything? Because it's really annoying and aggravating when they do that. I hate these hands, so just do better, Hasbro. Do better with your hands. Even though these are new hand sculpts, and I am happy about that, I hate how they do the hands, because they just don't hold crap. Like, literally, they don't hold. But, anyways, so two holding hands, so that is new. That's good to get new. And then you get two fisted hands, which are also new. And these look great. I know some people think they're a bit big, but honestly, I think they're perfect size. Plus, Matt is a boxer as well, so it kind of makes sense for him to have bigger hands, as X-Manny pointed out. But, yeah, and then he does come with, and this guy comes with a lot of accessories. Like, we just line them all up here. Bam. But he does come with even more. He does come with two billy clubs. And these look pretty good. They're the same billy clubs as always that we get. But these ones don't connect. Did I really just... Wow, that really just went out there. Let me grab that real quick. I like how that just, like, fell down my studio. But anyways, so yeah, you get these two, and these look great. I just got some dust on my hand. Disgusting. But, yeah, so these look great, but they do not connect together like the previous ones. And I know they've done this in the past before for, like, the previous Daredevil that they made. And that is because these have a even better thing. These have this rope that they connect to. So you just... Wrong side. Wow. You just put in these and you can hear the click. So yeah, they click in, and they do stay on fairly well. They're not going to fall off. Same thing with this side. So yeah, they do click in, and that is great. So you have this, but my one problem with this is that they knocked over Daredevil. But my one problem with this is that it's not bendy wire. I know some people, when this was first revealed, they thought it was bendy wire, and I had my doubts because I didn't think Hasbro would do bendy wire, and they didn't. But honestly, Hasbro, it works so much better when you have bendy wire. It works so much better because these aren't like, yeah, it's stuck pretty much in this pose. You can whirl it around the body, and that's what I did for Daredevil, and you can see they did that in the proto images. But he only comes with one of these, and this is different painted from the previous 3-pack. But in the 3-pack, they came with 2 of these. But honestly, I really don't care. One's pretty good. They could have came with the extra one, but at least they gave us one, so I'm not mad about that. And this does fit in the hand, but if you have it in the hand, it does like to flop around a lot, and like, yeah, it does like to flop around a lot. Of course, it's not doing that now, but it's not the best, but it's fairly good. But yeah, that was the accessories. So now we're going to jump right into comparisons. Starting off with comparisons, I did want to compare this new Daredevil to my previous Daredevil. And these are my only two Marvel Legend Daredevil figures that I have in my collection. And I do like this one a lot better. This one is still really good though, trust me. It's still a good figure. I really like this figure. But I do wish that this one came with fisted hands, just so you can have them punching people. But it's still fine. And yeah, I think these guys compare pretty well. But this one, standing a little bit tall, if you want to have these like be the same version of Daredevil. Because technically these are from 2 different storylines. This is also based off of the animated series as well. But you can see that they don't stand perfect with each other. And then Hydra Man still bigger than Daredevil as well. But overall, yeah. It'll work. And then, one villain that I wanted to do right off the bat was just Flint Marco Sandman, because I think it's cool to have like a Sandman and then a Waterman. Like, I know Sandman will be pretty nervous around water though, but you know, it's cool to have these 2 together. And if you want to have Daredevil fighting Sandman as well, it'll work. And yeah, I think these guys compare well. But another one, starting off, because this is technically a Spider-Man pack. Let's do Spider-Man, and we're going to do a couple of Spider-Mans. But here is the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Same body mold they use for the animated Spider-Man. And honestly, yeah, I think this works. I think this is great. This is probably the one I would like to come have him next to. And yeah, I think these guys look great together. And then if you want to have them with like an MCU Spider-Man, here we have the Tom Holland. And yeah, again, I think these guys look great together. And then next up, we're bringing in another Spider-Man. We got the Ben Reilly, as I did use earlier, showed off. And yeah, again, these guys scale well together because it is just the same body mold. And yeah, I think they do scale pretty well together. Not much else to say. So now taking out him, next we have a Miles Morales. Just for Miles Morales. And yeah, I think these guys look great together. I like the combo of red and black with these 2. But again, they do compare well next to Sandman. I think this looks great. So taking him out, we're going to do my last Spider-Man comparison. We're going to do, bam, Amazing Spider-Man Andrew Garfield. And the reason I wanted to do this one is because this is like a more darker version of Spider-Man. And I think it'll pair well next to the Daredevil. And yeah, I think these 2 do look pretty good together. It's because this is like a more angsty Spider-Man. And again, he does go well with the Hydra Man, even though this is an MCU fig. But taking him out the picture, next we're going to do some more villains. And just like a street level Spider-Man villain, I wanted to compare them next to Shocker. But yeah, I think these guys compare well together. And as if you're starting like a Sinister Six, not Sticks, but you can have these guys be like the 3, and then you get like a Goblin in there, you get a Doc Ock, and maybe a Venom, I don't know. But, yeah, that's the start of a Sinister Six. But these guys look great together, especially next to, Daredevil. You're going to have him punching up Shocker. And then, next, I think, oh, no, I got a couple more. We're going to have him next to the big man himself, the Kingpin. And overall, he's just way too small. Marvel Legends, y'all gotta do a new Kingpin because he's just way too small. Daredevil, I think, is honestly taller than him. Oh, no, Kingpin is a bit taller. Just like a tad, the tiniest bit. But, overall, y'all gotta do better with your Kingpin. You gotta do a bigger Kingpin. But, he does scale pretty well to Hydra Man, but Hydra Man's even bigger than him. So, yeah. But it does do well, like, if you're doing photography, you could kind of hide it. And then next, another street-level thug that I wanted to do. We got the Hammerhead, and this is pretty much the same body mold as Kingpin, but for some reason, this guy is way smaller. Hold up. It's the same body mold. Oh, I guess it's just the heads. Yeah. I guess he's just got a bigger head, which is funny because he's got the Hammerhead. But, yeah, overall, these guys scale well together. And I think they'll scale well together if y'all want to have him next to each other. And then next, but finally not least, I forgot, honestly, all about her. I do have one more Daredevil, and that is the Elektra as Daredevil. And this is my only Elektra figure. Also, if y'all saw this one, her little hair bun piece fell off and broke off, which that sucks. But comparing her next to Daredevil, this works. This works. This is great. I love that. It looks so good together. Again, with Daredevil as well, these guys look good together. And honestly, these guys look really good together too. And again, next to Hydra Man, pretty good. So yeah, I really love this, and these guys compare pretty well next to all these figures. Excuse me. But, yeah. So these figures do compare well. So that's pretty much going to do it for the comparisons. Oh, no, it's not. I did just briefly want to compare him next to Blade. This Blade honestly was a letdown for me. Just because, wow, Blade is small. But, yeah, Blade might be a little bit small, or either Daredevil's too big. But overall, they do compare well to majority of the figures. And I think these guys look good together as well. Hydra Man is just a little bit taller than Daredevil. And yes, that's going to do it for the comparisons. Now let's jump into my final thoughts. Hey guys, so my final thoughts of this 2-pack is y'all need to go pick this up. Because this Daredevil is amazing. This Hydra Man is pretty good. He could have used some more accessories. And that's pretty much my main problem with Hydra Man. He could have used some swap out, like, parts that he could have had. Like, swap out swappable arms, swappable, like, a cannon piece for the legs, like a geyser effect. Just more water effects for Hydra Man, but overall for Daredevil, he poses great articulation. He's got great amount of accessories, like pretty much the perfect amount of accessories that you want. I wish this was better, but it does make for cool poses, but this should have been bendy wire. But overall, this is an amazing 2-pack, and I highly recommend it if y'all are looking for, like, a good Daredevil. But next, they just need to do that Daredevil that I mentioned earlier in the video, because I really would like that Daredevil. But overall, this is an amazing 2-pack. I love this 2-pack. I love these figures, and I think y'all should go pick them up. And, yeah, it's pretty much, this is, like, amazing. You can put these as well on there if you want. But also, I forgot to mention that you can't fit the billy clubs into his holster here. Forgot to mention that, but you can do that. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for the video, guys. Again, Hydra Man, more accessories. This should have been bendy wire, but that's pretty much my only gripes, honestly. They could have put more shell shading on the back, but I'm not mad at it. But overall, yeah, these guys look great. Highly recommend this 2-pack, Daredevil and Hydra Man. And yeah, this is a great VHS 2-pack. And if you haven't already, go check out my newest toy hunts, my newest unboxing video, my newest Superman review. And yeah, guys, this is going to do it for today's video. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that usual rigmarole. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.